Commissioner Hudak, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
It would be my honor, sir. I pledge allegiance to
Allegiance
the flag of the United States of America
to America,
and to the republic
Republic,
for which it
which
stands,
stands
one nation,
one nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. May we have the approval of the agenda for this evening?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay.
Item number 1 on tonight's agenda is a
Thank you.
resolution of the City of Deerfield Beach relating to the provision of fire rescue services, facilities, and programs in the City of Deerfield Beach, Florida. Reimposing fire rescue assessments against assessed property located within the City of Deerfield Beach for the fiscal year beginning October 1, 2020. Approving the rate of assessment, approving the assessment roll, and providing an effective date.
Is the public entitled to speak on this item?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Vice Mayor.
All right, we'll go first to the commission. Anybody on the commission wish to speak? Not hearing any, we'll open it to the public. Do we have anybody in the public in City Hall?
No, Vice Mayor, we do not.
Do we have anybody writing in?
No, sir.
All right,
So
Back
for,
to-
I just wanted to give instructions for anyone who wants to speak at this point. If you are connecting via video, please hover your mouse over the screen. At the bottom, you will notice a participants tab. Click on the participants button, and on the right, you will have a separate panel. There is a very small button at the bottom of the screen that says raise hand. Once you raise your hand, you will be recognized and you'll have 3 minutes to speak. And for anyone who has phoned in, please dial *9 and that will automatically raise your hand and you will be recognized by the last 3 digits of your phone number. Thank you.
do we have anybody's hand raised?
No, sir, we do not.
Not hearing that, I'll open it up to the commission. Anybody wish to speak? Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, gentlemen. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Drosky,
Yes.
Commissioner Hudak,
Yes.
Commissioner Preston,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Parnas.
Yes. City Attorney, item number 2, please.
Item number 2 is a resolution of the City of Deerfield Beach, Florida relating to the collection of nuisance abatement services assessments, adopting findings of fact, approving the rate of assessment for each affected property, adopting the assessment roll, providing for notice, and providing an effective date.
Open it up to the commission. Anybody wish to speak on item 2? Not hearing any, I will then open it to the public, please.
The city manager has his hand raised.
City Manager, you're on.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Good evening. Good evening, commissioners, members of the public in attendance tonight. I would like for this item to just provide the Director of Planning Development Services the opportunity to provide some background on this item, and just so there's some context of how properties get to this point, so that the commission is aware of what other steps are taken prior to this. So if I could have Mr. Power provide a little bit of explanation, Vice Mayor, I'd appreciate it.
By all means.
Thank you.
Good evening, Eric Power, Director of Planning Development Services, City of Deerfield Beach. So tonight's second item on the special commission meeting is regarding nuisance abatement for the year 2020. There are 9 items on this agenda. Each of these items, code compliance services, cited the property more than once, numerous times, and compliance was not made. Therefore, the item goes to the special magistrate. The special magistrate gives time for compliance. Again, compliance was not made. Therefore, the city is left with the action of using a contractor with the city, which we call abatement services. The contractor goes out and alleviates the code case. So in this particular instances, most of these are related to overgrown landscaping or debris that was on a property. The nuisance abatement that is seen here for the amount is the costs of those contractual services, and we recoup those costs through this process. I'd be happy to answer any specific questions you have on any of these cases.
Not hearing any, we'll open it to the public. Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this item?
I'm sorry, Vice Mayor Perez. Commissioner Drosky is next in line to speak, followed by
Okay,
Commissioner
Commissioner
Price.
Drodsky, please go ahead.
I'll wait till after the public hearing. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Is there anybody from the public that wishes to speak on this item? Are there any write-ins?
No, sir.
Please go ahead.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I assume you mean me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Mr. Rosenzweig just raised his hand. And Vice Mayor, once the public has spoken, if you could please close the public hearing, I'd appreciate that.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Rosenzweig, you have the floor.
Yes, Mayor, I appreciate it. I think that that this code is long overdue. I hope it's been looked at and looked at the cost, and to make sure that the fees and things are adjusted accordingly, so that those people in the city who tend to ignore our ordinances as far as maintaining property and so forth are handled appropriately and according to what we've come up with here. So thank you for doing with this particular item agenda. Thank you.
Anybody else from the public? Are there any write-ins, emails?
No, sir.
All right, I'm going to close this item to the public. Commissioner Drodsky?
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Appreciate that. I am in support of number 2 tonight, and I will tell you why, and why I specifically want to speak on this item is, this ordinance has been in effect for several years now, but this is the case where these nuisance abatements, these are the situations where code compliance is continually ignored or rebuffed by the homeowners. These aren't situations where one letter goes out and the person claims they didn't receive it or went to the wrong address, and now we're trying to lien these properties. This is a very long process that involves due process. It involves certified letters that go out to the homeowners, to the property address that they have on file with the property appraiser's office. It involves our code compliance making multiple attempts at compliance. And so it goes to the magistrate. It's a very long process. This is months and months that these hearings take place. This isn't something that happens overnight. And I know Mr. Power kind of gave us the brief history of how this works, but I want to let you know that this is a very involved process. For it to get to the point where it's before us tonight, this has had a very long, tortuous history. And so this is only right that the city is able to recoup its costs on these particular properties. So I'm in favor of it. If you remember, last year, we actually had 2 individuals that came back to us that said that the city did not follow the process. But in fact, that we did, and we were able to outline, and Mr. Power and his staff was able to pull out the file with the green cards from the receipts, documenting all of the efforts that code compliance and his department made to contact these individuals. So this is not a fly-by-night scenario. This is something that did not happen on a moment's notice. This is a very long process. I think it's only fair that the city recoup its costs in these particular situations, and I will be voting in favor. Thank you, Vice Mayor.
You're welcome. Is there anybody else from the commission?
Yes,
Please go ahead, Commissioner Preston.
I'm not a proponent of the deep state, but are we sure that the guy that gave this presentation is actually Eric Power?
I think so. As much as I can tell that this is you.
It's me. I know. Make fun of the beard. It's okay.
Is there a motion on the floor?
Motion to approve.
Approved. Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Drosky, second by Commissioner Hudak. May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Drosky,
Yes.
Commissioner Hudak,
Yes.
Commissioner Preston,
Yes,
Vice Mayor Parnas.
Yes. That concludes the special meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 See you at 7, gentlemen.